Hey guys, my flight for Dubai is leaving in a bit, but here are the top stocks that you requested from now: ECP, Meg, KPPI. Check this video out.
Hi, please subscribe to Marvin Gurmo's YouTube channel.
Parang awan nyo na, thank
Yes.
you. May napilit ako. Thank you, thank you. Please remember, no, the whole context of this videos is so that you don't just use this as something that is something that I say lang. You have to use this also as a way for you to find the logic and the process behind this. Don't just look at the stocks that gets mentioned. Don't buy it just because it's said. You have to do your due diligence. You have to pick and select the buy signals that will work for you. It has to be a buy signal that fits your time frame. It has to be a buy signal that fits the way you want to analyze the stock. It has to be a buy signal that fits your strategy, because at the end of the day, what will make you win is your strategy, not my strategy, not your friend's strategy. It has to be something built on what you know. It has to be something built on what you understand, because at the end of the day, it's all about conviction. It's all about how convinced you are based on the proper technicals and fundamentals, that what you know and you know and you know what you're doing is right. You know and you know what you're doing is perfectly massive and good. So just for stocks before we begin, and Ronald this year, Janice, Kaya, Janice, hello. I'll see you in Dubai in a few hours also. So, by the way, full context. Majority of the stocks that have moved up are pretty much based on. That's not mine pala. So we are we're okay pa. Airlines, flight PR 5997, kindly proceed on gate number 7 for the aircraft. This is your final call. All aboard, please. So the full context of this, if you noticed it yesterday, a lot of the telco stocks na medyo tulog from last year, you have to remember, I mentioned this in a video in YouTube yesterday, that a lot of the telco stocks that got included in the talk for the third telco all went up. Then when Miss Latel won, they all suddenly dropped. But suddenly, ECP now started to move up. Now also, that's why we're discussing that, because it's under the context that there's talks of having a fourth telco that will go head to head with Globe PLDT. Then you have Miss Little. Then you have a fourth one on the wing. So first things first. Now this is the chart of now for today. No, now the stock price is up for today. It's up also around 40 plus percent already. And I don't know, the underlying context, 4.7%. It's 4.7 pesos per share. It's up 47%. Underlying context is it broke out already of the 200-day moving average. Whenever stocks break out of the 200-day moving average with volume and it stays above that, you have reason to believe that, hey, the stock will push higher, because the stock is relatively bullish already for the short, mid, and long term. Then at 4.7, if you look at this also, if I could just draw here, at 4.7 intraday today, it already broke past the 4.25, already broke past the 4.25 resistance level. Meaning, if it stays above 4.25, the next possible target for now would be the 5.75 level. So what you need to look at is this. Now is above the 4.25 resistance. As it's above the 4.25 resistance, if it stays above that, that converts to the new support. If it stays above that, the next target price is 5.75. Please, that's how the support and resistances are crafted, but you have to still pick what are your selling areas. You don't have to follow what's said here, but you have to follow what makes sense for you, because these stocks have volatility. These stocks also are moving based on news. The problem with stocks that are moving based on news, if it does not go the way you want it to be, then you see the stocks start to fall down and sort of correct. Next stock, let's talk about ECP. Same thing. ECP, no, is up over here. If you notice it there, ECP yesterday closed below the 200-day moving. It closed below the 200-day moving average. It closed below the 200-day moving average. You all know that the 200-day moving average is a very, 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 very strong resistance. So you have a resistance at 12, which is very, very significant. However, today ECP is at 15.5 pesos per share, meaning it already broke out from that resistance level. So why am I saying this? Should that progress, no, you have another resistance level at 16.9 pesos per share. So
broke out from the 200-day moving average. It's at 15.5 now. Next possible resistance is 16.9 pesos per share. So you have now, which is above the 200-day, which is very, very strong. You have easy call, also ECP, which is above the 200-day, which is also very, 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 very strong, very significant when it comes to the trading parameters. But again, plot your support lines well, because if that gets broken, you have to sell, you have to get out of the position. Again, it's not about being in the market all the time, it's about being there when it counts the most. So this too, again, I'll mention this now, ECP is moving based on sentiments, moving based on news. The charts are confirming buying signals, volume is still there. But again, you need to set your sell signals. You need to set either your sell signal to take profits higher, or you also need to set your sell signal should it not go in your direction. People always think the positive when they trade, no? But you also have to remember that what if it doesn't? What if it doesn't go the way you want it to go? You need to sell, you need to cut loss, and you need to set it. It's not about winning all the time. It's about winning more and winning with larger degrees when you're right, and cutting and getting out if you are wrong. Next, speaking of stocks that did not go well, Megaworld, I've created videos, so many videos about Megaworld. No? Here's the context of Megaworld. If you notice it, and I mentioned so many videos about it, this is the uptrend. The uptrend already was broken a few weeks ago, but the selling got exaggerated. It got pummeled all because of all because of the disclosure for the Pogo. You have to remember, Megaworld is pretty much connected to a lot of the Pogos that are happening here in the country. So it's tied to what happens to them if the Pogo really gets penalized, they get removed, they'll get hit. You have to remember, a lot of people bought residential condos to rent out to the Chinese, and a lot of the condos here also went up in value because they were selling it higher to the Chinese as well. So that being said, it might remove some of the demand if it doesn't happen. Now, Megaworld, very, 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 very interesting is this. Let me just check this out first.
Final call for boarding for passenger Danting.
Megaworld's at 4 point. Let's wait for this to finish.
On Philippine Airlines flight PR5.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you for the greeting. Thank you for the greeting.
If
Yeah.
you're roughing, please proceed now to gate number 7 and 4 the aircraft. This is your final call. All aboard, please.
Okay, Megaworld is 4.9 as of now, no? As of now. Please remember, this is as of 11:45 to 12 p.m. today. So 11, Megaworld is 4.9. The resistance is at 5 pesos per share. For us to see Megaworld progress further, higher, bigger, stronger, it must break out of 5 pesos, because if it does not, 5 remains to be a strong resistance, and you may see some selling later on. You may see still selling progress and resist there, and it might still drop to then if it does not, here's the thing, if it does not break out of 5, the next support is 4.75. So failure to break out of 5, it will just move 5 resistance, 4.75 support level. So there, James, I notice you. Harold, thank you so much. For those asking for TBGI, I'll see if I can do it. Lastly, let's look at KPPI. KPPI, yung sa technical analysis, this is the chart of KPPI. So if you notice it, if you do technical analysis, it's all about, and it's predicated on past prices stretched over a period of time. The trick there is, since it's still new, you don't have any indicators, you don't have any oscillators, you don't have anything that will at least give you a semblance of a strategy. You know me, my style is, I love drawing trend lines, I love drawing support and resistances, I love using my moving averages. For this, wala, you're basically just using candlesticks. And if there's one thing that I know, KPPI is up today, 13.78 pesos per share. It's up 8.85%. You have 3 strong days of buying, two red candles naman. Then today it's up again. I'll keep you updated on the progression of this, but you have to understand, if you're trading this, you're buying this, ingat kayo, kasi it's harder to, no one can predict where prices will be. I'll repeat that over and over. No one can predict where prices will be. You can just know where the range is, and you can just know where the trend is. So for me, comparing this to some stocks that have larger data, you have to remember, technical analysis is based on past prices. The more past prices that you have, the larger it is and the stronger it is, and it gives you context that, hey, since it's larger, mas reliable yung movement niya. We don't have that yet. That's why, for those who've been following the videos, I keep mentioning I like it first, at least when the 10 or 20 day moving average will come out, so at least I have context on if I should buy based on where the support and resistances are. So there. I mentioned this also in previous videos. KPPI is up because it was a very small IPO. It's only 300 million. Since it's only 300 million, a lot of people bought. Then, since they bought, there's just a few shares moving around. More buyers bring the prices up. It's just supply and demand. More people wanting to buy it up. That's what pushes the price up. Sige, dun sa mga nag-represent TBGI, let's try to see how we can spin it now. TBGI today is at 0.03850. It's up 1.32%. For it to break out of, check this for the, sorry.
Your new boarding assignment is aeroplane number 3.
So there, we need to break out of 0.40 for TBGI. It's at 0.38 today. It must break out of 0.40. The reason why I say this is because there's the resistance of TBGI is around 0.4. So we need to have a breakout at the 0.4 level for it to also reverse. That's why please know that for now and ECP, there's breakouts happening because it already broke out from the 200-day moving average, even though it's just news driven and it's not pretty much predicated on fundamentals yet. So there, I'm excited. I just have to eat, guys. Ito yung paborito ko sa lunch, always arroz caldo. I eat this all the time. So I'm gonna eat my lunch. You can expect this video also to be in YouTube later on. It will be uploaded. Hopefully, it gets uploaded before my flight leaves. No, but I guess that's it. Okay. The replay will be in YouTube. You can check it out. You can check it out there. If you have questions, just comment them below. I'll try to answer them. And to those from Dubai, I'm excited to meet you all. Flying in a bit. So there, mamiss ko wife ko, Yvonne. I miss you already, and that's how it is now. If I don't get to travel with her, it's not as fun as compared to the other travels that I do. The reason why I love traveling is because I get to do it with my wife as well, and we get to share lives together. But I also love speaking, and this is my passion, and I just love communicating my thoughts. And to get to do this over a stage of OFWs in Dubai is amazing, and I'll just keep doing this over and over and over again. So thank you so much, even for those watching this Facebook Live and YouTube session. Thank you so much, and I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. Marvin Germo from NAIA. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.